Now we have the speaker after the last speaker. So, no, also is an honor to call this man my friend. He has been our champion, along with other city council members who have helped bring forward progress as far as LGBT rights in Topeka. Allow me to introduce our city councilman, Chad Manspeaker.
Almost didn't make it. Thank you very much, Topeka Pride. How awesome is this? Let's hear it. Topeka Pride! Just a little bit louder. Topeka Pride! All right, this has been a long time coming, and I'm very happy to be here today. As I was sitting at home trying to figure out what I was going to say this evening, the word schadenfreude kept coming to mind. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the term, but basically what it means is laughter or joy at the pain of others. We all do it. Every one of us has this feeling within us when we see somebody, I don't know, if you're watching America's Funniest Videos, and somebody trips or falls down and bangs their knee, and we all laugh a little bit and we feel a little bit of something inside of us. But I ask myself, where does that come from, that thing inside of us? Is it because I feel rewarded, or I feel safer, or I feel better than that person? I struggle with that because tripping and falling down is one thing, but there's real suffering in our world. And I think all too often people have a schadenfreude attitude at the suffering that they see. They sort of laugh it off or just aren't concerned about it. And there are things like poverty, discrimination, mental illness, access, lack of privilege. This evening as I dropped my kids off, I hugged and kissed them. My middle girl turns 9 tomorrow. Don't tell her, but we got her a bike. The bike, the children, my health, the color of my skin, my sexual orientation, my hair color, my eye color, my gender. I am privileged. My friend Aaron right here from the Equality House, whenever I come by their house, he always says, big government's here. Government's here to check everything out. I've got a lot of privilege. I get that. But there's also such a thing as intersectionality. How many of you ever heard of intersectionality? Raise your hands. It's the idea that just because I'm a white feminist or I'm a black feminist, my values are different. And it's okay, because I have a different perspective than this person or that person. And we're all allowed to have different perspectives. But I think we have to assume we all have this intersectionality. We all have this oppression that we feel. We all have this privilege that we feel. You might be white, you have a little bit of privilege. You might be a man, you have a little bit of privilege. You might be a Christian, you have a little bit of privilege. That's how it's doled out. Everybody gets a little bit. And some ways you're treated with respect, and some ways you're not. But that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I think the question remains to all of us is, are we going to participate in schadenfreude? Are we going to laugh at the pain and suffering of others? Or are we going to help identify the suffering and relieve it from those people in our community? One may be convenient. It's real easy to laugh at somebody. But the other is justice. And justice has to happen. This group of us here today is here for justice, are we not? But are we just here for justice for the LGBT community? We're here for justice for all people, because everyone deserves to have a level footing to start from. No one should start behind me, and no one should start in front of me. We should all start as equals in this world and figure out how to make what's best for each and every one of us. If we take care of each other rather than laugh at each other, we can change the world. I passed a city council resolution that lessen discrimination in the city of Topeka. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. It's a law now. It's not a law. It's however you want to look at it. But that's not enough. It's not enough for us to sit around and say, we did this, so therefore we're done with it. Because we're not done with it. Ferguson, Missouri happened. Violence because you're a transsexual happens. These are very real things that happen to real people, and then we look at them on a TV screen and we say, well, I wonder why they're so mad. Because it doesn't make any sense. I'm not mad. Everything in my life is great. A lot of people suffer in our country. We have an obligation to make sure that we relieve the suffering. I think that's a human obligation. I think people in the LGBT community absolutely understand it because they've been the victim of it. So I look forward to a new tomorrow where my 9-year-old daughter grows up to live in a world where everybody is seen as equals. Because I don't want her to make 77 cents for every dollar that her brother makes. I want to see a world where we all stand on that level playing field and we go out and we achieve our dreams. Not a world where we're told we can't and we won't. And we didn't. Do you think Stephanie Mott ever thought she couldn't? I bet she thought she couldn't for a real long time until one day she woke up and she said, you know what? I can. We all can. I'm ready, brothers and sisters. Are you ready? All right. Real quick, I hate this, but I'm running for county commission, so if you want any of the trinkets or whatever else I might have on me, me and this guy over here got them. We'd love to give you a bumper sticker or whatever else. That's just my 2 bits. But let's keep moving this thing forward.
Well, that concludes the speaker portion of our program. We're going to reset and get some music loaded onto the computer so we can start the drag show. That'll be coming up here in a few minutes. If you need to go to the bathroom, get something to drink, stretch your legs, sit down for a second, whatever you need to do, please do. We're going to give one final shout out to Noto, to the Noto artists, to the stores here in Noto, to the whole Noto Arts District for giving us an opportunity to come out here and celebrate human dignity as a community. Thank you.